What's up, Tone? Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
How you feeling? You good?
Good. It's slow morning.
It's Sunday.
Yeah, I guess it's afternoon now, so I need to stop. I need to wake up.
So just wanted to get a feeler, see how you're doing, see how everything's going, talk about the music a little bit. I'm wondering like what got you into music in the first place? What really made you feel like this is your passion and this is what you want to do?
Mm, man, so that's taking it back. So boom, um, my first instrument that I ever possessed was a lead guitar that my father bought for me when I was I want to say like 6 or 7 years old. My uncle Mike, he's a really talented guitar player. So like they tried to introduce me into the music, the instrumental side, really, really young. So I had the lead guitar, and then throughout grammar school, I played the alto sax, I played the drums. Um, what else did I try to learn? I, I think I learned three other. I can't remember the third instrument that I learned. That I tried to learn in school, but I was just really interested in trying to like expand with the music. Then not knowing that I would like fall into hip hop, I was just really still in the sounds. And then went into high school. I was in a percussion ensemble at St. Joe's, and that's when I got linked up with Skate and Gaines and my boy Ice, Piggy, uh, Naaman Roosevelt. All these they're all, what I'm saying, really good rappers. Uh, but where the rap got started was when they went by D&D at the time. It was Dom Cook. He goes by DCAO now. Naaman Roosevelt, named Nice. He played for the Buffalo Bills and still plays professional football. And Devin Dawson. He was an all-state basketball player. They had a group called D&D. They put together this tape, and they were all upperclassmen, and we were freshmen. And for some reason, we felt some type of way about that. I don't know why. We had some type of animosity. We was like, nah, they made a tape. We're going to make a tape. And we ended up making the tape, and it stuck. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing, and they stopped for a few years, but we made that tape, and we just kept continuing to make the tapes. And so then that's where Cooley High started. We were called Flyboy City back then, but then later down the road, we switched it to Cooley High. And then now we're doing whatever.
Yeah, that's dope. It's nice. So basically, from the jump, you've been more into instruments and making beats and such, and you've really gone far with that. So, what made that like, because you still rap and I still hear you and you get features and all of that, but I think primarily a lot of us know you for like producing and making beats. So, what made that the more prevalent part of music that you decided to focus on?
I think I just got to a point where I wanted to hear things I created. It was more so like I'm reaching out to people for sounds that they were really good, and I love a lot of the producers I work with, but I wanted to explore my own genre of things. I listen to a lot of neo soul and R&B and jazz and things like that. So like my regular listening is really laid back. So when I wanted to make some production, I was like, all right, well, we need something more Sunday, Sunday vibes.
Yeah.
So but that was my main goal. I was like, I need to make something that I can play for my mother, my grandma, and,
Yeah.
things like that.
So that's dope. That's nice. I mean, I enjoy all the music that you create. I know you've made a lot of songs. You've produced a lot of music. And it's crazy to like think of like now that I'm thinking about it, like it's crazy to think about how much music you actually have made. Like, do you
Oh,
ever think about like how much you've put out, how much you've been featured on, how many tracks you've produced? Like, it's crazy how much music you've actually made.
so bam, like me and Gaines used to joke back in the day, and this is probably like 2014. We used to walk around town like, yo, we got 1,500 recorded songs. And we probably did, like, what I'm saying? And then that wasn't even counting the songs that we did outside of with each other. That was just between me and him, not including Skate, not including nobody. That was just me and G. And
Yeah.
then if you add Skate, you was talking like 25, 3,000 songs. because so we had a lot of members in Cooley High, so we had a lot of records, and we used to just go to the studio. We used to knock out like 5, 6 songs a night. So,
Yeah, that's
it was
crazy.
easy.
I mean, but it's like Skate was saying when I talked with him that it's just nice when you all can get together and you all kind of feed off of each other and it becomes just like a genuine flow that you have. So it makes it easy to create like 5 or 6 songs a night because you're just in that moment.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So what really inspires you like when you create your music? Like when you're making a beat or when you're about to feature on someone else's track, like what's your main inspiration or what do you pull from?
Um, just really off experiences. I'm not too big of a fictional person, or like I don't like to try to dig too deep in my imagination to give you like a alternate world. I just really try to put you in my shoes, and it's like just really come straight from the heart where it's at. Sometimes I'm not even looking to say anything that's wowing. I might just be like, just pinning, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that works out better, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to look out for like, oh, that one punchline that's going to take it over the top. Like I'm way over that. Like I just want to make sure that people can connect with me.
So like what would you say is the message you hope to give off with the music that you create? I mean, you make it based off of your experiences, as you just said. It's nothing that's really like out of this world. It's more down to earth, more relatable. But
Yeah.
what do you hope people get from your music, from listening to you?
Man, one of my like mission statements I like to say is I make educated street shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up on the east side. I went to St. Joe's. I got a really good education. I got a college degree. So like I've seen both sides. I've seen the grass greener. I've seen the grass brown.
Yeah.
So I mean, I try to just like tell people like, man, it's possible. We can all do it. That's really my main mission. It's possible if you put if you put everything you got into it and apply yourself, it's there for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I feel like we're in a state, all of us in like our generation, to like really just follow all the dreams that we have and really put hard work into all of our passions as opposed to working a 9 to 5, even though that will suffice for the time because we need money, but like definitely put a lot of energy into your passions and what you really want to see yourself doing for a long time.
Right, right. Because I've been blessed, man. I quit my job. I mean, if my mom or parents are watching this interview, this will be news to them. I quit my job at 23, and I told my parents I still had a job till 2015, and I was just going to studios and and making it work and hustling, doing whatever I had to do to make it work, and I was able to sustain the lifestyle to make it look like I had a job, and my parents never asked a question. And I was able to save some money. I went down, moved to Florida, and did my thing, and then came back. So
That's dope. That's nice to hear. I mean, it's not surprising to hear because I know that you've been working. Like your name is everywhere across Buffalo for sure.
appreciate that.
And I enjoy almost everything that you put out. Well, not almost everything, but everything that you put out. You have like, do you have anything solo that you're working on? Like just you, beats that you've created and you rapping, just
Yeah. So like, I won't even say it's a problem. I always start working on something, and then I'll come across another idea, and then instead of me just like dubbing the first idea, I'll combine both. So like, I have a bunch of projects that I started by myself that I'm like, oh yo, wait, yo, game, you sound crazy. Let's put this together.
yeah.
Yo, let's somebody else. So let's put these together. So that's how I get a lot of my productions out faster and whatever. So I need to sit down and like focus on my own thing. I have a lot of sounds and things in my head that I haven't yet put down. But
Mhm.
well, once I get the time to do that, it'll all come to me.
Yeah. So like, do you have anything that you're gonna be putting out currently? Like anything that's done or like anything new for this year?
Yeah,
Can we
so
expect
me
something?
and Gaines, we basically have the project done. It's called Project
Yeah.
77. We put that joint out for 24 hours.
Man, you know how tight I was? Do you know how tight I was? I was like, where did it go the next day?
Yeah. So,
Like,
that's coming back out. We put out 5 tracks, just like as a teaser, and it'll probably be like 9 to 10 when we drop it. But that's a pretty solid project. That'll be coming out. I got features and videos coming out all over the place. I don't even know where they're coming from anymore. Like I just ship them out. I had one drop a few weeks ago in Germany.
Oh, wow, dope.
But yeah, I can't even keep track of the stuff. I know I do the work, I ship it out, and then like whatever I have left is what I have on my own.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope though. You're working. Like that's all you could really, that's a blessing, honestly, because
Real.
it could be tough out here at times. It really can to like just keep steady with the movement and keep your dream going, even if shit's not really happening right now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's tough. It is. So it's nice to hear that you're still working. You have a lot of shit that I'm prepared for. I'm honestly still a little salty that y'all only put that up for 24 hours. I'm not gonna hold you.
It was
But
kind of genius though because everybody has the same reaction. Like, yeah, I wanted to hear it, and the people that heard it are telling everybody else, like, "Yo, you hear that new Gaines and Tones?" And they're
yeah,
like, nah, but I wanted to. So
I
it's
know.
either
I'm
shit with that
definitely
person or
grateful.
just wait.
I'm definitely glad that I tuned in because I definitely would have been tight if I missed it because that joint is fire. I can't wait for y'all to actually release the full thing.
That's gonna be really fire.
So as far as like, I mean, you have this that you're putting out with games, but like this summer is hopefully gonna be a lit summer and we could all like be outside safely. And do you have like any songs that you're looking forward to performing that you may have put out recently that you haven't been able to really
Oh yeah,
perform
man.
or
So last year, like right when the pandemic hit, I had dropped Quality Cost, and that was like a 5-track EP, and I never got to do anything with that. So I got those 5 songs I want to do stuff with. There's a bunch of features we worked on over the past year. Me Skis and this Dat Boy Skeet in Vegas. He's actually from Buffalo too. We got a crazy record we're about to drop Monday. Um, it's just a bunch of stuff. But the main thing that I'm really excited about this year is basically I've had the opportunity to work with Jay Skis in drum work music. So just really all the stuff that I've been working on with him. Um, it's really substantial stuff. And you know, we're supposed to go on tour and do some traveling and stuff. So that's really the main thing I'm waiting on.
that's dope. I'm excited to hear everything that you're working on. I know Drumwork Music is coming out. They're coming out with a bunch of hot shit right now, I feel. Didn't Skis just drop something?
Suede uppers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that joint is dope. I love that joint.
Yep.
I'm ready. That's so exciting. I didn't know that you were working with them so heavily. So that's dope.
Oh yeah, yeah. They just gave me my little contract, so I'll be mixing and mastering for drum work.
Ooh, we getting contracts. That's
So
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? We're waiting on all the big moves that happen. I know we're supposed to go overseas and do some other things. That's
Ooh.
just behind the scenes. That's just me engineering and
Yeah.
these are my ears.
So, do you have like any advice for any upcoming producers or people that are really trying to like make a name for themselves and just create and be successful in what they're doing? Like, because you've had some success, you out here signing contracts, going overseas or whatever. So, like, do you have any advice really to give?
Um, and my main advice would be just to do it. I mean, like if you don't do it, nobody will have the opportunity to see it. I mean, what was this? I think Kobe said it like the worst shot is a shot not taken.
Yeah, true.
So if you're not out here doing it and not presenting it to people, then you can't be mad about, you know what I'm saying, somebody not finding you or not enjoying your work because you're not putting it in front of them. A lot of people just think that people are supposed to come to them because they're dope artists. And
Yeah,
I thought that way for a long time. I mean, and then I had to change my attitude and change a lot of things, and then everything started to come back. So you just get out there, put it out there, find people with like minds, and just make it happen. Like, cause anything is possible. Anything.
that's one thing I've learned to never be afraid to reach out to somebody
Right.
because you never know how they'll react to you asking them for a help or you asking them for a feature or you asking them for this. Like you never really know
Right.
until you go out there and you actually ask and put out the work. I learned that myself because I was just hoping people would come to me,
Yeah.
because that's the easier thing. So it's like just hit me up. But nah, you really got to put yourself out there and like ask people for things to really if it's really what you want to do, like you have to put in that work for real.
Yeah, like even with the camp I work with, also art dealer with me, Camo Monk and Skis. Our first year or two, even and my cameraman, he's somewhere in my house walking around. I hear him, but we literally took like a year, almost 2 years, taking the small pieces, going to Rochester, going like doing shows 15, 20 people, just taking what we can and let people know that like, hey, like this is what we do, this is who we work for, this is who we work with. And then after that, I mean, it just started. Oh yeah, I met those dudes. Yeah, they're real cool people. They came through, and that's how like it really started to trickle. People like, hey, I met them. They're cool. Bring
Yeah.
them through. They're cool. Bring them through. Oh, they do good work. Bring them through.
Hmm.
I mean, if you show up and you know the work is proven, then you know everything will work for you.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes. That's honestly the most genuine way to make a name for yourself in this game without having to like put anybody else down, without having to like cut off anybody else at their toes. Like you're just really putting the work in for yourself and allowing your talent and your music to speak for itself in all instances.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask if there's because you've been in the game for a minute and there's a lot of people that you've already worked with.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that are willing to work with you or want to work with you. Is there anyone that you've been checking out or like that you're really interested in working with currently?
Locally or anywhere.
Wherever, Buffalo or wherever.
So locally, I've always been a huge fan of Chill Ali. Chill Ali is, I feel he's the vibiest dude in the town. Like he makes some really good music. It's really chill. Like I'm a smoker, so he makes smoker music. I'm
Yep.
all laid back, like you know what I'm saying. So I really enjoy his music. As far as my own personal like aspirations, I love Currency the Hospital. Like I would love to do an album with him, EP, something. Even if I produce it, rap on it, engineer it, I don't care. I I just want to do something with that dude. And you know what I'm saying? Like most people say, like you never want to meet your idols, and I don't care at that point. I just want to do it. Like if it's good or bad, I just want to get it done and out my system.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, it can be kind of scary to actually meet your idol when you get the chance to.
Yeah,
But I feel like because that person is someone that you idolize, like you may have them on a little bit of a pedestal as opposed to like someone you're just working with. So
yeah.
it can be good or bad regardless of how it goes. But I hope that honestly happens for you. I think that would be fire. I think
That
that would
would
be
be
dope
cool.
for
I
sure.
got a couple records that I still play for people today. They're like, "Yo, Currency needs to be on this." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah,
We're just second verse waiting. I just need to figure out how to either pay this man or get it to him. You
yeah,
know.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, I can't really think of a Buffalo artist that I've listened to that doesn't have a track with you, to be honest. I can't like I'm thinking through the list and I'm like, nope, he definitely has a track that you either engineered, produced, or featured on.
Yeah.
Like you've definitely been putting in work. That's why I'm so grateful that you actually decided to do this interview with me. I was like, I hope he has
Oh,
some
no
time.
problem. Man. Yeah, you go back to Sound Lab, so you
I
mean
know,
that
I know.
was nothing, you know.
Thanks. But so I wanted to also say, like, now that we might get to see a few performances this summer. Is there anyone that you would like a bigger artist, like someone that's kind of already achieved some stardom? Is there anyone that you would want to like open for or like perform with?
Damn. So I've already opened for Currency. I opened for Raekwon. Um, I mean, why not shoot high? Like I would like to open for like Jay-Z or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, even though I know that's like kind of out of my reach, but I would like Currency, Big Crit, people like that, Freddie Gibbs. They came through. Like anybody that's like big but not too big,
Hmm.
right? Where I can still like treat you like a human.
Yeah, that's dope. Honestly, I love Freddie Gibbs, and I feel like you and him would be a vibe for sure. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like that would definitely.
I'm trying to get Gibbs on one of these communal records I produce for him right now. So
I hope that happens. In all honesty, that would be lit because I feel like that would be such a vibe. I feel like the music that you create or the beats that I've heard, you're really. I can't say that I've heard just one steady type of beat that you create.
I'm all
Like
over.
you're really versatile with like the sounds that you want to incorporate in your beats. And like I was wondering where that comes from. Like how do you decide you're really gonna step out the box with this one, or like you just hear a
It's
sound and kind
also
of go with it?
like the era of high school I came up in. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in my high school era, like we loved Nas, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? The classics. We grew up on the classics, but then we also was in high school when Soldier Boy came out, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Gucci Man got hot, and you know what I'm saying, everybody had Bang in their trunk. So like I got appreciation for both equally. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I'll do more boom bap and underground stuff, but like I definitely, that's where I get my inspiration from, because I'll be in my car listening to Jeezy and or you know what I'm saying, or some of the new stuff or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, like this is tight. Well, let me go back and see if I can flip it on something that I would do. But that's really where most of my like spontaneousness comes from. Is just like just being in that balance of both eras.
Do you ever like pull from different genres? Like do you hear like a rock song or a pop song that like inspires a beat that you want to make or a feeling? Like do you
Oh,
ever get that opportunity?
my favorite one to sample is Neo Soul, like Jill Scott, Flow Tree, D'Angelo, stuff like that. Um, I listen to a lot of R&B and and just, not say weird sounding stuff, but like Hiatus Coyote, Tame Impala,
Hmm.
things like that. You know, just keep my ears open, my brain open, stay on my toes.
Now, when you're like when you're writing, like you're about to feature on someone's song, or you have like something you put together, how do you come up with your lyrics? Are you more of like a freestyler, or are you more like I sit down and I write and I take my time?
I gotta write. I have to write.
Mhm.
And even if it's like I might have like a pre-written 8 bars or something in my phone, I will have to finish like writing. I'm not just about to walk into somebody's studio session with this verse done. So I want to hear what you written or what you laid down,
Yeah.
and kind of bounce off with like what you got. So then that way, like we're actually making a song. We're not just putting verses on beat. A lot of it's easy to put verses on a beat. It's hard to make songs.
Hmm. That's true. It's hard to make like a full song, hook, verse, beat, everything
All
together.
tie together, like
Mhm. Yeah,
so.
but I mean, I feel like you and all of Cooley and everyone that you really work with, y'all have really perfected that, being able to like put a full song together. Like I listened to Gaines' last project and just like it was tough for me to like just take in everything, all the work that really went into each song, because you can tell so much work went into each song. And like from pulling from different speakers and different like just different audio text that was used for the album, it was just like, damn, how these niggas come up with this shit? Like I'm
Man,
just sitting
it gets
there and I'm
deeper
like,
and deeper
this
every
is just
time.
this is just so awesome. Like I wouldn't have expected, like I always love, and I say this in every interview that I've done, I always love when I hear a track and then I like someone's rapping and then there's a little interlude part and it ends up being Hood doing some spoken word. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
yo, this is dope. I always live for those moments. And it always like, I don't care which, like what project I've listened to, there's always like a time where y'all just have him and let him do his thing. And
totally
I
got
really enjoy that.
because people don't understand what like how Hood's significance was to our acceleration. Like what Hood used to do, because Hood doesn't rap, so like he used to just sit in the studio and be like, "Yo, this should be like this, and y'all should try this." He wouldn't like change anything that we were doing. Like so, if we had a hook or whatever, like he'll listen to it. All right, well, shoot, let me write this and let's put this clip at the front. Like he's the mastermind behind a lot of that. Like 'cause he's different. Like you know how Hood is. Hood is
Yeah.
just
I gotta see if I can get him to do one of these with me because I feel like that would be awesome.
oh yeah
I would
that
love to like because he's so behind the scenes, but he's so prevalent, you know, like in everything that y'all do. And it's nice that all of y'all feed off of each other like that. Like you can come with the beat, Gaines will come and he'll do his thing, Skate will come, he'll do his thing, and then Hood is like, oh yeah, and this should go here and this should go there. And it's just nice to see all of y'all really working together like that. And y'all have been for so long.
oh yeah. So expect a Cooley High album soon.
Yeah,
We planned on doing it last year, but obviously the pandemic and whatever slowed all that up. But yeah, that's definitely we've talked about it. Um, maybe even doing a reunion show if we could get everybody, Short, Moscato, Crystal, everybody back, and do that with like First Class or something. Let's have like a
Yeah.
big reunion show, have everybody come out. Maybe I don't know if what's it called, Sato, what Sound Lab is now.
Mhm.
Maybe we can like talk them into like, hey, can we have it for the night?
Yo, that would be dope. I'm definitely there if y'all end up doing something like that. I moved to Brooklyn like 5 years ago, so I haven't really seen any performances or really been home for anything. So
Yeah,
it'll be dope if y'all could put something like that together. I'm definitely there front row like always.
that would be a movie if we can make that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to just ask, like, how would you describe the music that you create? Like, it's definitely hip hop, it's definitely underground, it's definitely gritty at some times, or just classic '90s hip hop sound. But how would you personally describe the beats that you create and the music you create?
Um, so I say I make appreciation music. So 'cause it's like I'm always bigging up the stuff that comes before me. I'm always looking at what producers did and things like that. And then what I learned with the hip hop and the boom bap is that it has a longer shelf life than a trap beat. So they're a little more, I guess, classic worthy. And I learned that from Camo Monk. And he told me, he's like, yo, like, trap is good. You can get a quick bag. But these beats over here, they're going to last longer. You can put them on vinyls. People are going to still come back and get these. And that's what made me, like, appreciate, the boom bap. So I make appreciation music. So,
That's dope. That's a great way to describe it. Like, because you know that you get a lot of your inspiration from older generations, from eras that came before you, as we all do.
yeah.
So it's nice that you can really just describe your music as always showing appreciation to those people that made you interested in music and made you really want to like continue with it.
Yeah, because all I do in my spare time is watch music documentaries on on older people. So that's all I do.
So last but not least, but I wanted to just ask like where do you see yourself within the next 5 years? Like what do you hope happens for you in your career within the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years,
That's a short time if we're really
it,
thinking
it,
about
it
it.
is, but
5 years is not like
it's a short time, but it's a lot of time. In 5 years, I would like to see at least one of my records go gold or something like that because I have so many out there.
mhm,
Um, if that could happen, that'd be cool. Other than that, I would just like to still be kind kind of where I'm at right now. Just be able to like I'm comfortable. I love what I do. I love my lifestyle. I can do what I want. It's cool. I'm not really tripping off of like I don't need a Bentley and what I'm saying, 5 car garage and shit like that. Like I'm cool. I'm content with what's happening right now. I love what I do. People around me are great, and it's working. This is it's still a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like this could end tomorrow, and I can go be a postman. You know,
yeah.
so like I have a well, as long as this can continue, I'm good.
That's dope. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful that you did this interview with me. It was really nice to talk to you and hear more about your process. And I'm really excited for everything that's coming next. I'm totally looking forward to a new Fully album. I'm waiting for you and Gaines to re-release.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I promise. I literally just texted him about that this morning. So,
Yeah, because I was definitely tight, but thank you so much. I hope you have a good night, all right?
thank you. Thanks for having me.